AFCRDTV, we're here with Andy Burgess after tonight's game with Stamford. And Andy, a very testing friendly for your side tonight. It's defeat on the night, but what will you take from today's game?
Loads and loads and loads of things. I've just said to the lads, it's going to be an interesting drive home with lots of things going through my head. So, not all negative. Although we've lost the game, I thought there was some good things to take out, especially second half. We obviously saw some new players, which we'll take away the thoughts on them and see where things are with them. One or two knocks that we've got to deal with. A slight change of shape to start with, changed it at half time. Loads of positives, some things that we know we need to be better at, and it's been highlighted again tonight. But we'll continue to try and work on them. We'll continue to try and get better at them. But yeah, I thought Courtney did really well at left back. In fairness to him, he got forward really well. That's what we want to see of him. We want to see him on that front foot and getting beyond the wide player and getting crosses into the box and affecting the top end of the pitch. I thought Tyrese worked really hard. Hughesy had a right go second half and won lots of headers. And yeah, Connor Furlong come on and was bright. So some good things, lots of things that players will needed. Again, there was minutes in the bank for a lot of people. So yeah, loads of things that are good tonight and things that we know we need to do better.
Well, Stamford, as we know, are a very strong side at step forward. They've had a very settled team for a number of years under a manager in Graham that you know very well. So do you feel that we just took too long to get going? We obviously came in 2-0 behind at the break. We huffed and puffed, got that goal, but ultimately it wasn't enough. Was it just we took a while to get going and that's what's cost us in the end? Yeah,
I think so, probably. Again, we haven't dealt well enough with the second phase of a set piece. Evans gone out to close the ball when he should be in the middle of the goal heading it away. They're the little details I'm talking about. Evan has gone out it's gone back out to the taker, and Evan's been the one to go out and press. Evan's 6'5" and one of our best headers. Someone needs to go past him and he needs to get in the box and head it. So they're the details we're talking about that we need to do better. Yeah, and it's just one or two things sort of went against us first half, and we probably just took a little bit too long to get going and get firing. But we changed bits at half time and we were a bit better second half.
You mentioned Evan there. He had to come off at half time with what looked like an injury, and you mentioned a couple of other knocks he had. Can you tell us a little bit more about those?
Well, I think Evans is a long ongoing thing that he perhaps should have maybe not played tonight. It should have been a bit more honest and a bit more open, not in a bad way because he wants to play, but he needs to be honest with his fitness, and I think he's been struggling a little bit the last few weeks, but he hasn't said anything, and he hasn't said anything to us about it. So we've just said to him, and everybody, that's a lesson, because great players want to play and no issues there, but I think we saw first half he wasn't right, he wasn't at it, he was a long way away from where he has been this season because he's been one of our better players. So Evans, he's come off at half time, he's struggling with his Achilles. I think he did it in one of the games there in the season. I think Eniola's got an ongoing ankle issue, which I think he's just flared up a little bit. Hopefully he'll be okay, and Courtney similar. Hicksy went centre half, second half, and I think saw the game from a different point of view, and I thought he did okay, to be fair to him. Obviously kept a clean sheet second half and scored a goal, so it was a lot better second half. But again, loads of things we need to learn from quickly.
We've had a few injuries in defence tonight, the ones that you mentioned there. We've had quite a few across the season as well. And say, for instance, if any of those guys are unavailable for Saturday, is Matty Fossum potentially in a position to come back into the fold?
Yeah, we're hopeful. He's obviously got his wrist injury. We hope to get him involved a little bit tonight and get some minutes under his belt tonight. There's an issue around one or two things with it, so we're just obviously erring on the side of caution with it. But we're hopeful he's going to be available for Saturday, and that'll be a big boost for us.
Hopefully the floodlights don't go out on us, but we'll try and carry on. We had a couple of trialists in the side tonight. We had a trialist 10 and a number 19 as well. I mean, you can name them if you want to, it's up to you, but what did you make of their performances and how they sort of fit in tonight?
Yeah, again, it was just an opportunity to see them. We're obviously trying to evolve and develop as a squad still. We lost a couple of strikers in pre-season we thought we'd take forward with us, and they haven't come through. Obviously we've added Jordan Hines. Obviously Jack's been involved, I think, tonight with Cobblers. So we know, Jensen and Jack, 18 years old, we knew they were never going to be the number 9 for the whole season, although they've done well themselves. So yeah, it was just a case of looking at them, having a run the ball over them and seeing how they did, and you know, we'll go away and discuss like their performances and see if we follow any of them up.
Well, Jack, Connor and Miguel are both started for Coppers tonight, so do you think they'll be available for Saturday?
Yeah, I think it was just the Papa John's Trophy that they weren't available for, so good that they both played, both got minutes. And how did they get on?
I'm not sure how they got. I think they lost. I can't remember.
Okay. Yeah, good for them that they went and got minutes, and you know, hopefully that'll give them a bit of confidence and a bit of a boost playing for the first team at Northampton and come back ready to go on Saturday.
And just moving into that game on Saturday, it is a very big game, obviously, with the positions of the two clubs, both of us inside the bottom four at the moment. So what are you expecting from Barwell this coming Saturday?
Well, they'll be at it. You know, they'll be. You know, Marty went to see him against Kettering and said there wasn't a lot between the two teams. Obviously, you know, we are expecting them to be hard working and organised. It's obviously a 3G pitch, so you know, I'm sure they'll try and play when the opportunity is on to play. But they'll be tough like everywhere is. You know, it's the start of the season. I think, you know, there's teams in probably wrong positions a little bit because of the early games and the early results. But again, and I've just said to the lads, you know, we've got to go there and focus on ourselves and be ourselves and try and, you know, impose ourselves and do the right things ourselves on the game as much as we possibly can. And if we do that, I think we'll be okay. But we've got to make sure that we go there with the right mentality and try and win the game.
Well, thanks for your time, Andy. Fingers crossed we'll see you on Thursday, maybe for an interview. But if not, we'll see you on Saturday.
No problem. Thank you.